You are now tuned in to The Money Zone with your host, Folasade, the accountant for entrepreneurs. The time is now, your future waits, your money matters, make no mistake, it's not too late to dominate, so don't delay, get your money straight. The money zone, together we'll achieve your goals, we're building wealth, you're not alone, so don't delay, get your money straight.
Oh my. Hey guys. Look, hopefully the storm has not already started to break up our feed this evening. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, so it's your girl Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I want to say welcome to the Money Zone. I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but I'm going to act like you guys can. So I'm like so excited to be with you guys on this amazing Tuesday. Look, here in Maryland, it started to pour down raining, so hopefully the rain don't disrupt our live stream, which it looked like it already is. Look, so tonight's topic, guys, we have a lot to talk about. So like over the weekend, I don't know if you guys were paying attention to anything over the weekend, but over the weekend it was just so much lingo and post on Instagram and everywhere else about scams and everything. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to talk about ways for you as a small business owner to protect yourself from being classified as a scam. Also, ways for you as the business owner to protect yourself from being scammed. So if you are a small business owner and look, you don't have your business stuff in order and you are afraid of being classified as a scammer, you need to tune in. If you know of any friends or family members that business owners and they don't have their stuff together, girl, then they need to tune in tonight's show as well. So guys, sorry for all of the break up in the technology and everything else, but guys, if you're not following me on all things social media, please head over and follow me, Folasade, the accountant, on all things social media, as well as join our mailing list at bit.ly/the money zone, right? I think that's it. Yeah. Join our mailing list. Go to bit.ly/the money zone. So guys, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, give you guys a few minutes to go ahead on and grab your libations and share the video, because we're going to be talking about some scammers tonight. Yes. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Hey guys, so welcome back. Okay, so I'm like so excited to be back first and foremost. And honestly, between me and you guys, I'm like so excited because tax season is officially over. Like I can breathe a little bit. I can like feel relieved a little bit. But no, guys, look, I'm just excited. So over the weekend, guys, I was sitting back, feet kicked up, relaxing, right? Trying to recover from the 7 months tax season that I endured. Me and my team endured, actually, right? Okay, so I'm on the gram, and all I hear is bing, bing, bing. I'm like, what's going on? Scam alert, this person that took my money, this person that did this, I didn't ask for a refund, the person didn't deliver, this person didn't do this. Oh my gosh. And like what was so scary is because it's not just 2 people, it's not just 3 people, it was about 5 to 10 different people over the weekend that was considered scammers. And they have like huge platforms, like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers. A few of them have like 50 something plus thousand followers. And like people were making fake pages talking about scam alert. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't believe that this person would be doing this. They got so much of a big brand. They seem so legit, just basically like, no. Okay. But then the business side of me was like, okay, now, how may this impact my business? How would this impact my industry? So look, guys, we got a lot to talk about. So segment 1, we are talking about how to determine if the company that you're interested in working with is a scam, scammers, don't deliver, don't keep their promises. You know that thing, over deliver, over promise, under deliver, right? That scenario. So then we're going to dive into the differences between somebody actually scamming you and just having that learning curve. So that's where I will start. So first things first, over the weekend, right? So many people, and I would just sit back like, okay, no, this person can't do this. But then I think about it. Okay, well, I can't put anything past anybody, okay? Number 1. Number 2, I also took in consideration that many people are considered scammers online when they do not deliver. I'm going to repeat that for all of you that are entrepreneurs right now. And if you are an entrepreneur, I advise you guys to please share this video because I'm going to give you some real world business strategies and some tips and stuff that you guys can implement in your day-to-day businesses. So what I'm finding is that this online business, this instant microwave lifestyle that we're in right now, it's causing a lot of small businesses to be considered scammers simply because they didn't deliver, or they did and it wasn't sufficient, or they asked for a refund and they didn't get the refund in a timely manner. Blase, 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 blase. Okay, we're going to tackle number 1. Number 1 way as a business owner to prevent yourself from being classified as a scammer is just refund the people money. Just refund the people money. So for all of you that was considered scammers over the weekend, and all of you guys were supposed to be RICH, rich, and WEALTHY, wealthy. Did I spell it right? All of you that's supposed to be rich and wealthy, right? I need to start having my music played. Like, Brian, look, you need to play all of the new music when I say wealthy or something. Like, one day we'll get there, right? Okay, so for all of y'all that's considered rich and wealthy, number 1 thing, and even for all of my newbie entrepreneurs, I don't care what level you are in business. If you have a dissatisfied customer, if you have a customer that just say they want to get their money back, whatever you need to do, just refund them their money. Just refund them their money. But before you refund their money, you first need to ask yourself, do you have the appropriate policies and the appropriate procedures in place. And it's interesting that I connect the dots between that, because in my book that I'm finishing up, I just gave you guys a situation in my book where I didn't have the appropriate policies and procedures in place that cost me money. And in this particular case, many of you are going to be considered scammers simply because you don't have proper policies and proper procedures in terms of conditions in place. So number one rule to prevent yourself from being considered a scammer, number one is refund the folks money. Just give them the money, okay? Refund the money, or refund them the money to the extent that you delivered the product. So let me use me, for example, with my tax services. You have to pay 50% before I even get started, okay? Now, if you decide that, oh, I don't want to work with Folasade no more, or I don't want you to submit my taxes, I will do them on my own. I've had that happen. I don't necessarily charge them the final amount because I didn't submit the tax return. However, the first portion of it, right, up until me processing your return, when I go to process your return, the first portion of your payment is non-refundable. The second thing I need you guys to do is make sure that your policies and your terms and conditions outline the terms in which your company would or wouldn't warrant or give a refund. Many of you are going to be classified as scammers and have been classified as scammers over the weekend simply because you thought that one-page contract, girl, was sufficient, and that one-page contract did not outline, okay, your refund policy, your terms and conditions. Where does the refund lead in? So I need all of you guys, after you watch this, you need to figure out if you're going to really be in business. Because if you're really going to be in business, you have to have policies and procedures, okay? So number 3 way, because I gave you number 1, refund them their money, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, make sure you have policies, procedures, and terms of conditions in place, and it's in your contract, and it's visible, okay? Number 3, to prevent yourself from being considered a scammer, communicate with your customer or your client. Don't just run off with the folks' money. Like, prime example, oh my gosh, because of the weekend situations, right, with the frauds and the scammers and the whatever they call them, right? I had a new client that paid their tax fee on Thursday, right? And come to find out Saturday morning, because she didn't hear a response from any of us because the office had been closed from Wednesday due to us getting, we got to refresh and, reset, right? So the office was closed from last week, Wednesday, until today. So when she went back to view her invoice, my system pings me and said, oh, such and such viewed their invoice. So what I did was I just kindly sent her email. Good morning. How are you? Yes, we received your payment. Please begin to upload your paperwork. The office is closed until Tuesday. When Leo or Randy gets in the office, they will go ahead on and finish sending you everything to get you on board. Easily said and done. Guys, communicate. Sometimes you want to even over communicate, especially if you're having trouble with delivering the product, okay? So you want to communicate. Number 1 is what? Refund the money. Come up off the coins, especially all y'all rich and wealthy ones that's out there. Refund the money, okay? Number 2, make sure you have appropriate policies and procedures in place, okay? All right? So the next thing that you guys want to make sure to prevent yourself from being classified as a scammer, number 3, is to communicate. Even if you are too communicative, it's okay. Number 4, take notes about clients, okay? Take notes. I'm going to give you guys one of my situations. I had the final tax meeting with the client June 27th. And so if you work with me, everything is kind of tracked. When you make your payment, When you do your final meeting with me, we transcribe everything, all conversation, everything, right, in my office. And so we do that because we've had situations where clients say, well, Folasade didn't tell me this, or I didn't get this, or whatever the case may be. So this client had enough to tell me over the weekend while I was on vacation that we never finalized her tax return. And I submitted her tax return incorrectly. And I'm like, huh? Wait, let me check my calendar, because I remember you saying you didn't have a mortgage. I remember you saying you're not going to contribute. You just set up your retirement account with the referral that I sent you. No, that you didn't set up the retirement account with the referral that I sent to you. You said this. So now that just dawned on me on June 27th that I even need to go further with my systems and processes, because clients will say anything and you cannot always believe them because they have a lot going on too. So long story short, the client realized she had to meet with me and finalize her taxes with me. However, in your particular situation, you need to make sure you take notes to cover your ass. COA notes, CYA notes, cover your ass notes. You need to always have those. So those intimate conversations with clients, those due dates, those deliverables, all of those need to be tracked, okay? Even those deep, dark secrets of those clients, I'm honestly, you need to put those down too, because people so shady, y'all. They'll be like, they didn't say that. And with me, in my industry, and depending on your industry, even as a coach, even in your industry, right, as a coach maybe, or whatever you are, any type of consultant, you use what their word to implement or, advise them. So not having enough CYA notes can land you being considered a scammer too. All right? Make sure you take your notes. And last but not least, do not overpromise and underdeliver. Many of you are so anxious to get your first little client. You want to make your first coin. Learn from my mistake. It never works out in the long run. Even if you satisfy that client the first time, right? And you were able to deliver, because you already put yourself on this high pedestal of over delivering and being able to conquer it, then are you going to be able to now deliver on an extraordinary level to exceed the expectations that you provided from them, or exceed the service level that you provided from them in the first place? So a lot of you guys are getting yourself caught up because you're over delivering. You're over promising and under delivering. You're on the phone through your sales calls. Oh yes, we can help you do that. Oh yeah, in our app, we can do that. Oh yeah, if you join our coaching program, you will get this. When in all actuality, you do not want to say those things. You have to have a consistent sales approach. Okay, that does not even now, my sales approach is focused around one, my background and experience, and my systems. My sales process is not at all me saying that I can save you $100,000. Nope, don't even mention it. I don't say anything about timelines, because it's all, and then the reason why is because it's dependent on the client. If you get me your paperwork today and Randy call you every day for the next week, then I can't meet my 7-day turnaround, 8-day turnaround, 3-day turnaround. So you guys have to know how to sell. And then last but not, I added on one more, desperation. I'm seeing so many of you guys 7-figure earners. You guys then got to 7 figures, okay? And now you all are all operating up under this form of desperation, because you didn't you didn't build your business step by step, layer by layer. You skipped some steps and you tried to avoid some mistakes, which now have you, your team and yourself and your family back against the wall, because you're going to the extreme to, one, bring in additional clients to sustain, or two, right, to bring in enough without doing the back end of your businesses. You can grow fast and then close down faster. There is this thing of adverse growth, meaning your business can grow so rapidly you're unable to handle it. Okay, that's adverse growth. Your business can grow so quickly that you don't have enough product to service, or you can sell so many seats to your class, but then guess what? Don't have the software to be able to have enough seats or processes in order to maintain those large amount of class, those students. So do business legitimately, so you guys can go through the different phases and the different layers of business, so you won't operate under desperation. Because I'm seeing you guys, you flopping on other people's backs now. You done already watered down your whole tribe. You done ate them alive. And they scared to even blast some of you guys because they don't want you. They're afraid that you guys are going to shout them out on Instagram, and they're going to get bullied online. So people are even afraid to even say that this person scammed me. Okay? But in all actuality, I personally don't believe that all of the people that was considered scammers over the weekend have 100% knowingly, intentionally tried to scam or fraud. And if you know the definition of fraud, it alludes around your intentions. Okay. What I believe is the businesses have grown past their capacity, past their bandwidth, past their level of expertise, past their level of patience, where they're able to come back in and rebuild systems and processes and hire managers and implement different processes so the business can flow and onboard. And this, guys, that's business, and you cannot skip it. And what I'm finding is many of you are going to be just like them. You're going to be considered scammers just because you try to skip your steps and didn't create the policies and procedures and create the systems and processes that you need to manage your clients. So you're going to end up having an amazing product or having an amazing service, but you're going to be unable to deliver it because you didn't do the back end work. So what happens is, guess what? You're considered a scammer and you're considered a frauder. And for all of you that you guys know that I know that you frauding people because you literally are frauding my clients, it's time that you guys just give them their money, right? Just run them their check. Just run them their check. Okay? Right? Run them their check. And then guess what? You will be able to sleep peacefully at night. Guys, I have been in so many situations with clients, prospects, and people that say they want to work with me for years. Remember, I've been in business for 9 years, right? And one way to avoid any problem is to give the people their money back. As the accountability accountant, guys, when you hold on to people's money and you also don't deliver, you are 100% considered a scammer. But if you don't deliver, but you refund them all their money, all they can say is that this service, they weren't able to provide the service and refunded my money. Which method or which testimonial would you want? This person scammed me and didn't deliver and didn't return my money, or this person returned my money and because they couldn't produce my product or my service, or they couldn't do XYZ. Which one? It's up to you guys to ask yourself, how do you want to be perceived? And remember, the moment you get slapped with that scammer title, it's all about perception now. It's all about perception. All right. So one way for you to check on yourself, okay, to make sure that you are protecting your name and your brand, I always do this. I have a Google alert under my name. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let me see. I have a Google alert under my name. So that's what I will end up doing. is, first of all, set up a Google alert for all of your business, all of your businesses, and for you as an individual. This will allow you to get instant alerts when your name pop up on Google's system. So let me show you guys my screen really quick, so you guys can see what I do. And then my company, all my companies, everything, I go and do the Google alerts for. And you can see, like, I think I have 838 alerts. Okay, you see my name? You see my name, Folasade account? Yep. So even like programs and packages and stuff that I've created to make sure y'all know what I wanted to say, right? Make sure y'all ain't stealing my product and services. For all of my products and services that I launch and the names of my courses and stuff, I put Google alerts. So the moment that y'all go and think y'all want to reproduce my stuff, it pops up, ding. Okay. So one way to make sure that your business is not considered a scam, go ahead on and just set yourself up a Google alert for yourself, for your businesses. Okay. That would be one of the first things that I would do. And one of your action steps for tonight's show, guys, is go ahead on and do that. The second thing you want to do is make sure that you are alerted when individuals, send you reviews on Yelp or Google reviews and things of that nature. Okay, you want to make sure that you know what type of reviews are being posted. Okay, if it's a bad review, you still need to respond. Do not let a bad review just linger there. You need to respond. If it's a bad Yelp review, you need to respond. Facebook review, same thing. You need to respond. Don't just crawl under the rock and cry. No, you need to respond, okay? The third thing you want to do is check out your name on Instagram. All of the hashtags, search your name and make sure that no one is tagging your name negatively. Okay. And if they are, you need to be reaching out to them bold and beautiful, like, hey, boo, I see you, using my hashtag and you saying I'm this XYZ. Can you tell me where that's coming from or where you got the information from? Go to the source. Go to the source. There's a lot of keyboard gangsters, but any of y'all really don't want to meet nobody in the streets for real, right? Okay. So just go to the source. They'll buck down, eventually or whatever. Go to the source and see where this information, what evidence do they have? Okay. So guys, I hope you took some notes because I just gave you guys some good tips on how to protect yourself from being considered a scammer. All right. And I see this so often with growing businesses, and especially with businesses that have grown way faster than what they've anticipated and didn't do the behind the scenes work and also the front end work in terms of having solid customer service, solid team members in place to handle the growth and the expansion of the organization. And guys, see, this is why there's a such thing as adverse growth. You all have to prepare. If you don't prepare, what's that quote you guys come up with? Preparation meets opportunity, right? Yes, if you don't prepare for the growth, when the opportunity comes, you're going to end up like these people, end up being considered scammers simply because you didn't do your part. So guys, if you are a business owner, please share this feed or however way you guys watching us on Rip Radio Network, on Periscope, Facebook. Please share this feed up with your fellow entrepreneurs or your fellow biz bestie guys. Go ahead on and use the bathroom, take a sip of your libation, guys, and then do me one favor. Go ahead on and join our mailing list so you can get additional tips and strategies like this by going to bit.ly/the-money-zone. And guess what? Be right back when I come back. Okay? All right, guys, be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. So if you guys are just tuning in for the first time, I'm Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. You are presently tuned in into the Money Zone on ripradionetwork.com, guys, where we talk about all things business, accounting, entrepreneurship, family, spirituality, and everything that encompasses life, guys. So today's topic, we were talking about the scammers. With like City Girl said, it looked like, see, guys, look, I be having all the music in my head right when the show, when I'm talking. I need to figure out how to get them playing in the background because I should have did the City Girls One Jobs. I see the scammers in the back, 100. Y'all get it, right? Okay. All right. So look, we talk about all the scams and stuff, and it's so interesting because the New York Business Insider kind of alluded to all of this happening in November. And honestly, this started a while back. There was a federal, I think it's a FTC, right? A federal trade commissioner, the FTC, ended up suing an online influencer. Oh, I can't even really drop no name. Oh my gosh, quite a bit. Years ago. Oh, yeah. Okay. Y'all be following these folks. This is what y'all do. Y'all don't hire me. Real business, real ain't even thieving the people. Y'all be having no comment, right? Okay. So Business Insider did an article around November 2019 talking about how influencers, social media influencers, and are they scammers or are they gatekeepers? Like they were alluding that it's this Instagram, it's called Baller Busters, that basically put out influencers that are ripping off the people. So guys, I'm about to share this video. I'm about to share this article with you guys really quick, and we about to dive in. And the question that I want us to lead today: are online influencers scam artists, or gatekeepers? So automatically, I don't consider everybody scam artists. So I'm going to go with the gatekeeper part. But it says influencers are steroids. Sometimes they inject a quick burst of needed energy, and sometimes they do nothing but cause cancer. Okay. For the general public, the term influencers usually brings up one of two images: a YouTube star who promotes products on Instagram they get for free, and the explicit, I can never pronounce that word, who help promote the Fire Festival. For those of us in e-commerce, influencers have just as dubious a reputation, either as gatekeepers to a coveted audience or liars who pad their followers and steal your money. Whenever a brand uses the influencer marketing strategy, the marketing team is looking to improve brand affinity, increase revenue growth, and develop content creation, or some combination. However, influencers are steroids. Sometimes they inject, just like they said in the headlines. Online marketing professionals, media buyers, executives, and the like have to realize that there are some hard truths about going the influencer route. Rarely does the marketing team ask where targeted consumers are spending their time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Another hard question is, will any of the created content drive the conversation? So I think what's really happening right now, and just between us guys, is that there is a surge of the influencer. Okay. Some of you may even consider me an influencer. There is a surge of influencer, right? But there also is the good influencers where they're going to protect their audience and their tribe. They're not going to just partner up with any company, but it's just also those influencers that's just ready to kick their feet up and just take pictures for the gram and for Facebook and make money. So if you are the influencer that love your tribe, live by, die by, you see the LTV, long-term value of your tribe, and you want to build a long-lasting, possibly legacy, then you're going to protect your brand. You're going to be very protective. And a person that I see do this very well is the Budgetnista. She is very cautious of who she aligns with. She's not hopping on anybody's bandwagon, even other companies, and I'm seeing that. But some of you are just waiting for your first $200-300 influencer deal so you can kick up your feet and relax. Some of you are hoping and praying that you guys just go viral on the shade room by just looking pretty. Let's really be honest. So the reality is influencers could be scammers and influencers could also be gatekeepers, but influencers can also influence you guys to be the best version of yourself. However, you all have to see and ask yourself, why are you looking into this person to gain influence? And why are you expecting or hoping for someone to influence you? So let's use me, for example. I hope to influence you guys to better manage your business money and to really use your accounting to leverage and grow your businesses, because accounting is the language of business. And if you don't understand your numbers, you don't really understand your business. And for real, baby, you don't even have a business at that point, right? That's how I want to influence you to do right by your money and to save and, get your stuff in order, right? Okay, but do I want to influence you guys to shop more and all that stuff? A YouTuber and I was a fashion, if I was the old Folasade that was a fashionista label whore, right, then I would have a YouTube channel around that and I would influence you to buy what I like. So the truth is, you can only be influenced as far as you are willing to do so. And what I'm finding is this: rather than you allowing me to influence you so you can better build your business and and you can take it to the next level. And it's shameful because a lot of you guys been watching me for so many years and you guys started your businesses way before me. And let's really be honest, I've super surpassed your businesses by 15, 25 fold. But the reality is, you wouldn't allow me to influence you to help you get your accounting in order so you build your business and know your numbers and know what you need to do and make right decisions and grow. You wanted to get influenced by the influencer that look pretty on Instagram that say they built the business, but the reality is they didn't really build the business, okay? They just lying. They're just private labeling stuff and lying and flying and out here, jiving on you guys. So the reality is, and the question leads back to all of you as individuals, why are you allowing yourself to be influenced, and why will you allow yourself to be scammed? But then also, what really should you be getting influenced to do? Is it to do your bookkeeping regularly? Is it to make sure you file your taxes on time, for you to review your numbers? But we're not talking about that type of influence. Y'all don't care about that type of influence, the positive influence, the influence that leads to financial abundance. You guys get caught up in all of these self-help, guru, believe in the stars, jump over a crowd type of stuff. And this is why you guys are being scammed. And this is why your coach have not delivered for you, because you were expecting too much. You were expecting them to save you. You wasn't expecting to be held accountable. You was expecting it to be easy. You wasn't expecting it to be tough. You thought you were going to be able to do exactly what they were going to do and it was going to work for them. That's not God's plan. So the reality of this, many of you will have and will continuously be scammed because you are allowing yourself to be influenced in the way that you should not be. Many of you also need to pick up your Bible a lot, and then you won't be hopping on every coach and every person, because the Bible is the biggest business book out there. Okay, so if you're looking for business advice, if you're looking for business guidance, it starts with the Bible first and foremost. But many of you are not accepting the reality. You're hoping for this quick, get rich quick thing. You're hoping for this quick app. You're hoping for this quick book. You're hoping for this quick thing. And many of you probably got more books than me. Many books than me. And none of them ain't even been a bestseller, because you never took the time to develop your brand. You never took the time to build your business. You just don't get the book, skipping steps. See, this is why we're having this conversation today. Because when you start to skip steps, you end up taking unnecessary moves in the game of chess, which is called your business. If many of you just slowed down a little bit, pulled out the first business book out there, which is the Bible, first and foremost, right? Then take some notes, meditate and relax, do your yoga or whatever you need to do, right? Then execute on something. Then you may not need to invest in search and hope for your savior. Because that's what you guys are looking for. This is why you're being disappointed. This is why your products and services are not being delivered to you properly. This is why things are not working out in your favor. Because you're trying to skip steps. And when you skip steps, right, it ends up leading to fraud. I'm telling you guys, I've seen it countless times. Excuse me, my eye itching. I've seen it countless times where a client don't want to do their bookkeeping, so they're not managing their numbers. They're not knowing what's coming in and coming out. So it's the desperation of the money getting tight and not knowing what's going on. They're making poor decisions on the front end to make money. So they end up grabbing in deals and making decisions that would not align with their business. And guess what? Ends up either being a fraud or not working out, or they get scammed, or the business is taken from them. Some way, somehow, it just never works out. So today's lessons on everything that we talked about today is all about scamming. But guys, we are one fine line between making a mistake and being considered a scam. Because a scammer, they haven't understood the intention part of it. For it to be considered fraud, like, these people have to intentionally do it. Like, and they have to find grounds, okay, for that. For scammer, they just need to get reports, splashes of you not refunding people money and you not delivering. That's all they need, right, to be considered a scam. The moment that you guys don't refund these people money is the moment you can be considered a scam. But because you wasn't managing your finances well, or because you wasn't saving, or because you was overspending, because you was living like the Joneses, because you didn't break your money barriers, because you never went deep spiritually and figure out why you respond the way you respond, and why you spend the way that you spend, and why you do things the way you're doing, you are now accepting things and doing things that are not, one, aligned with how you're supposed to operate your business and grow. So you're stuck and you're making poor decisions. And many of you are so close to that, and you don't want to realize it. So I'm hoping that today's show allowed you to see that there's no easy way to success. Either you get the systems and processes and the policies and procedures and the terms and conditions and all of the hard stuff, nitty-gritty, boring stuff done, all right? Now, as you're building, rather than try to do it when you're already making $1 million bucks, it's hard. These people that were considered frauds and scammers over the weekend, they can lose it all. And I'm hoping that they have commercial general liability insurance to be covered. And I'm hoping that you guys also do have liability insurance. Because if you don't, then now your scamming mentality, your lack of delivering, okay, your lack of communication. Remember, we talked about all this. Your lack of your CYA notes, okay, right? Then now led you to also possibly losing your legacy and your family's home and your family's savings because you didn't deliver, because you didn't refund the people's money, because you didn't respond to when people posted that you was a scammer, because you wasn't communicative. Guys, these are all the principles of business. You can't just jump into a business without taking notes. You can't jump into anything without taking notes and doing research. You need it. So how many of you have tried to take shortcuts and you don't understand that those shortcuts don't lead to nothing but scams? So I don't believe that a lot of these Instagram influencers are scammers or influencing you guys negatively. I think that you guys don't know what you all need or who you really are as a human, and you being influenced by every which way instead of the way that needs to be. And if you are brown, right, a person of color, black, right, then you really need to be managing your money and not worrying about getting rich quick. Because guess what? It never really worked out for us anyway. Them little get rich quick things, none of this stuff really work out. So going and taking shortcuts leads to business failure. And for you being possibly considered a scammer, fraudster, and everything for 2 reasons. I'm going to say 3 strong core reasons. Number 1, you won't refund the people's money. I'm so tired of y'all always saying y'all rich and y'all famous. And and see, this is why they're mad at y'all influencers. Because you come on here and you telling people y'all rich, but then you don't refund them their money. That is like skinning a cat and eating the skin in front of the cat. Okay, that is horrible. Okay. Number 2, communication. Either you communicated too much, too little, not enough. You didn't promise some stuff you couldn't deliver. Whatever the case may be, communication was one of your problems. And then number 3, accountability. If you guys accept accountability, you'll probably get more referrals than what you ever considered. And let me use one example. I have 3 clients now that said that they found me because of one of my bad reviews that I received on Google that I responded to. And I responded to in very detailed and in very lengthy message to the client. Hey, I didn't think you would take it up to Google, but okay, since you did that, right? This is what, it is. So hiding from bad reviews and all those things doesn't work for business, guys. We got to be held accountable. We got to grab our boobs, grab our balls, and man up. So guys, look, that's it for the show tonight. So guys, if you enjoyed the show, please tune in each and every Tuesday outside of when the studio is closed at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all your accounting, business, family, everything, guys. We talk about everything, right? But then also, if you're a small business owner and you're looking to expand your reach, then you definitely want to reach out to me and my team so you can start promoting your company on the Money Zone and on my social media and everything else so you can get your business out and build your brand. So guys, that's all I have for y'all tonight. Post your comments and I'll be responding. I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all. Good night.